Welcome to another edition of Black Wall Street Charm City. This month's podcast will be focusing on the cosmetology industry. For a lot of you that are new in the industry, what does it take to become a great barber or a hairstylist or a nail technician or a facial and cosmetics expert? What does it take to prosper and get to the next level? And as you continue to build on your craft, what does it take in order to create wealth for yourself? How do you create wealth and how do you capitalize in your industry? There are other means than just, building on your craft. How do you step outside of that and go from the shop, go into education, writing books and other things? So today we have a celebrity barber by the name of Mel. Instagram is @MaverickMel. He's a phenomenal barber. He's been in the industry for, what would you say, over 15 years? He's not new to this, he's true to this. So listen to the advice and the wisdom that he has to give, because it may help you to get to the next level. This is my man, Maverick Mel.
What's going on, everybody?
A little bit about yourself and, how you got into the cosmetology industry.
Funny story. When I was in middle school, guy who kept a fresh haircut. And when I would see him, I would just always wonder how his haircut was always fresh, because, my mother had never taken me to the barbershop so often. So
right.
He just told me that his father was a barber. And I wanted that. My stepfather had some clippers, and when I found that out, I just started trying to cut my own hair. And I used to tear my head up, but I never stopped.
That's facts. And did your mother ever cut your hair, or was it all you experimenting on yourself?
She might have cut my hair a couple times, actually. Yeah, probably so. Probably helped me fix what I had messed up.
That's cool, man. Now, how long have you been actually cutting hair?
Yeah, well, I've been in the industry for a little over 10 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Were there a lot of, hurdles and things that you were experiencing in the beginning before you actually got to a level where, you perfected your craft?
Oh yeah, I'm always trying to perfect my craft. I feel like that's an ongoing mission, but definitely early on, going to school, it was a lot of times that I was about to quit because I really couldn't see light at the end of the tunnel, if that makes sense. I was in school, I felt like I wasn't progressing at the rate that I wanted to. I was comparing myself to other people, and also, when you graduate from school and you go into a shop,
mm-hmm.
You're definitely not going to be as good as a lot of the barbers who already been cutting for 10 and 20 years. So that was discouraging, but I just kept going. I had to believe in myself and keep pushing.
That's true. So what were some of the things that helped you to improve on your craft? What were you doing different that you see a lot of barbers not doing?
What helped me to improve in my craft? Really just being a student, watching other barbers around me. I see a lot of barbers going into these suites now, which is cool, but when you first start, I would recommend people to get around other barbers who've been around for years and just learn from them. Just soak up all that you can. Learn different techniques, and whoever willing to teach you, learn. And now that we have social media now, you can reach out to barbers and ask them for advice, or ask, can you sit and watch them, whatever you need to do just to be a student of the game.
But it's not like being in the physical environment to actually get that hands-on learning experience.
Oh, most definitely. That's experience is the best teacher.
Do you see a lot of new barbers going into suites versus coming into the shop?
A lot of barbers that I know are in suites. I know a lot of guys who started fresh and went into a suite. They ended up going into a shop because it wasn't working out like they planned on it.
Right, because the revenue wasn't coming in.
Right, exactly. But a lot of guys who are in suites are doing well, but they're more established barbers.
Where do you see a lot of barbers going wrong as far as being able to bring in clientele? Because your income is based off of the clientele that you have. If you don't have any clientele coming in, then you're not really making any money. So what are some of the things that that work for you in order to bring in clientele, besides like the one-on-one referrals?
And honestly, that's tough because for me,
The haircut spoke for itself.
yeah, it was always word of mouth for me. I just created my Instagram, which is terrible to say, last year, and it's moving fast. And honestly, that's just because of how I promote myself. I'm just diligent, and I'm on it every day. I don't lack.
So you do believe marketing is like key. Has Instagram like really been like a threshold to like really have a lot of people contacting you for maybe advice or just clients in general?
Yeah, I've been asked for advice. I've been asked to do classes. Women ask me to teach them how to cut. Cosmetologists ask me to teach them how to cut. Definitely got a lot of new people off of IG as far as clients is concerned, which are now family to me, so which is a beautiful thing.
That's cool, brother. So what kind of books are you reading? You know, because, you know, in order to create wealth, it starts with the mindset, you know?
Right, definitely.
So what kind of personal development books or books on craftsmanship or just books in general that you're reading that benefit you and they may benefit one of the viewers?
Yeah, well, I've always been a reader. I got into reading probably in my early 20s, and I've read a wide array of topics. But right now, I'm reading more finance.
Okay.
Because, as you know, being an entrepreneur, you have to take care of everything. From your marketing, to your branding, to your taxes, to your investments, to your savings. All of that falls on you. So I read a lot of books now on finance and how money works.
So what's the next move? Well, what is a book? Before we go there, what is a book that you would recommend somebody read?
If you're new to this, I would start with something like Finance for Dummies, finance in your early 20s, finance in your 30s. Just anything having to do with finance. Right now, I'm reading The Millionaire Next Door.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. And that's, you know, basically living below your means and saving and investing, you know. A lot of the books go over the same thing, but to reiterate it constantly in your mind, that's what, to me, helps it stick.
Is that a hurdle that you see in the industry with barbers and not being able to properly budget and finance by the money, you know, coming in, you know, fast?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's most people, if you ask me, discipline. Most people aren't disciplined. So when you give guys the opportunity to make cash money every day, they're gonna spend it.
Right.
Most of them not thinking about investing. They're not thinking about taxes. They're not thinking about 401ks and all that kind of stuff. Nah, not at all. I know guys who well into their 40s and 50s who cut hair who haven't saved a dime.
Wow.
Sad to say, but it's the reality of it.
So they're cut to cut, like paycheck to paycheck.
Pretty much. You can go as far as you want or stay stagnant. It's all up to you.
So what's next in the lineup for you? What do you have coming down the pipeline?
Well, right now I just want to focus on barbering. I mean, I used to try to do a whole bunch of different things. Like they always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But in my life, I found that to be false. I found the more I try to diversify and do all kinds of shit, excuse my language, do all kinds of stuff, I end up doing nothing. When I try to please everybody and do a whole bunch of different things, I end up coming back to the same place. So now I'm just focused on barbering and taking this to the next level.
What's the next level?
For me, just getting more into teaching, traveling. I've been asked to travel to different places to cut certain people and classes, and who knows, maybe down the line, selling the product, or, you know, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I don't want to really get too much into the details.
I hear you.
I definitely got some things brewing.
I hear you, man. What's your Instagram? Just in case some individuals want to follow you just to see how good the celebrity barber Maverick Mel is.
Celebrity barber, cut it out. Man, I'm no celebrity. I'm just doing me, man. And I'm a firm believer in if you do your thing, I don't care where you at. Like my man OG Walker say, they will build a pathway to your door. So I'm just doing my thing, man, and hopefully people will recognize that. But my Instagram is Maverick_Mel. MAVERICK_Mel. MEL. Check me out. It's a work in progress, baby, but I'm coming.
So can you list to me, because I want to get a lot of the barbers to see that, you know, when you come in any industry, there are going to be failures. But what are some of the I guess some of the common failures that you see a lot of barbers making that they can mitigate on?
One is not jumping out there and trying anything. You gotta be able to be, you gotta be willing to mess up on a haircut. You gotta be willing to take classes. You gotta be willing to sacrifice to level up. You can't get caught up in no comfort zones or you'll just be stagnant.
True.
I would say that. Just go in with the craft. Be more professional. Wear some, smell nice. Dress nice. Look the part. People look to us for a lot of things, and I see a lot of barbers come in carrying it like they on a block somewhere, and it's just not. It's not that.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, professionalism.
Now, did you give your customers experience when they come to you? Is there a Melvin experience when they get in the chair?
I would like to think so. You know, you're doing your thing when they call it a Maverick cut or a Mel cut. I feel like once people start putting a name on there, I mean you're doing something right. It's not just a haircut. It's a Mel cut.
This is how you capitalize in your industry, through education, through learning, through mentoring, through teaching. And Mel here is an example of what it is and what it takes to become a barber, taking it to the next level. I'm pretty sure you might have some shops coming down the line. You said some products coming down the line possible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
All right, so I need you to finish a sentence for me. I believe.
I believe in going all the way, no half stepping. Go all in if you want to really be the best and go to that next level. I believe a man is what he feeds himself. And when I say that, I don't mean just food. I mean from what you read, to the music you listen to the people you have around you, to the books that you read, everything. And you can't hide what you believe, because that shit will manifest and come out. I can look at everybody right now and look at their lifestyle and how they carry it and know what they think in their mind. Because you can't hide it. That's what I believe.
You're a product of your environment.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Do you think cutting off, you know, friends and family is an essential thing that might be needed in order to accelerate yourself?
If they're not good for what's going on, if they're not fitting into your plan, if they're negative, yeah, you have to love them from a distance. Most definitely. Because like I said, you are what you feed yourself, and if you're not getting fed positive things, man, then you gotta make a choice. You gotta make a decision. You gotta eliminate all distractions, man, as much as you can, because life gonna happen. So you got to do all you can, as much as you can, to stay focused.
100%.
Shit not easy, man. Eagles fly alone, man. It's a lonely walk for a soldier, goddamn it. Real.
Over the course of the years, how many different mentors do you think you've had?
I've had mentors that don't even know that they were my mentors.
Mm.
Just from books. Shit, I can have a mobster be a mentor to me just because of how he carried it. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of stuff is universal. And when you see strong traits in somebody, man, you just pick it up. Like, you just study the greats to become great. So I had a lot of mentors, man, more than I can even think of at the moment, honestly, or even count. But physically, like that I know, I say my grandfather, tough dude. Couple guys from the shop that taught me different things. A lot of barbers that came and went.
And what was it that your grandfather gave you that inspired you in your industry?
Go hard. He not educated. He dropped out of school in the 8th grade. Little guy, but just tough.
And what's go hard? You know, for a barber looking to succeed, what is your definition of go hard?
Just no fear, sacrifice. Whatever you want to do it. Don't care about what people say. Don't worry about everything that can go wrong. Shit. My grandfather, the type of guy. Remember one time he had a solo in a church, because you know now he go to church. He got his life together. He can't sing for shit, but he got up there and was singing like he just knew he was number one. Just confident and just belief. Like, look, man, I'm gonna just do me. You either like it or you don't.
They say had a mindset of you being a master barber before you even get there.
Right. Live like that shit already. I'm sorry, I'm cussing, man, but I cuss.
You are, be you.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what my grandfather showed me. He always told me to live life the way you want to live it. That's why I got into barbering, man. Another reason why I got my barbering, just because I wanted to just make my own moves. And if I want, I can move to Atlanta or LA or New York or out the country. I do what I want to do.
And you always had that craft to be able to have that income coming in.
Yeah, you can't fire somebody's talent, man. You can replace somebody at a job, but if you got a gift or some kind of talent, you can go wherever you want. If you leave the shop, you go to the one right next door. Or open up your own. Cut out your house. Cut on the corner. Whatever you want to do.
Do you do any traveling? Traveling and cutting?
I have. I've just recently got into it since I started my IG. I got asked to come to Florida a couple times. Cut down there, they flew me down there. And, you know, accommodated me nicely as far as pay. Had a good time. Came right back. Got right back to work.
So if you could cut one person, if one person were to call you and say they need you to come out and cut their hair, who would you want it to be?
Ooh, that's tough. If I could cut one person and I can really have a serious conversation with them.
Yeah.
Dead or alive?
It don't matter.
I'll go with the now. I would say Obama.
Obama?
Yeah. Yeah. Just because he did what a lot of people deemed impossible. He's just a serious dude. I mean, lawyer, president, public speaker, just swagged out guy. He just To me the ultimate salesman. Like he all that in the one. I would pick the hell out of his brain. Yeah, Obama. But there's so many people, man.
That was a wonderful interview with Maverick Mel. I hope that the information that he gave you resonated in your heart and will allow you to continue to grow into the individual that you need to become and that you will become. You know, Black Wall Street is about empowering Black businesses and aspiring entrepreneurs on what it means to continue to grow, not only as an individual, but to create wealth for yourself, your family, and our community. And it all starts with unity and connecting with one another. And that is the reason why I'm interviewing these individuals, so that you can get an outlook of every different industry that's out there, so that if this is your industry, you know what you need to do so that you can continue to grow and that you can continue to get to the next level. Until next time, be prosperous and be blessed, and follow us on Instagram at Black Wall Street _Charm City. I'll see you next time.